So today we'll be sharing information on a very, very broad topic. We've got limited time, so I'm going to touch base on the most important information on this topic. And if there's any questions afterwards, if I get round to that, I'll answer that. If not, we will be able to contact you and reach out to you and answer the questions on this very exciting topic. So since this is so broad, let's get started. So today I consider it to be what I call a color 101. So on completion of this lecture today, you should have a very broad overview of the use and color of colors in personal care products, but more specifically in color cosmetics. So we first need to focus on the importance of colors and how we observe it. Then we're going to move over to the classification of different colorants. Then we need to have a look at the difference between organic and inorganic pigments, synthetic and natural dyes. These are all terminology that we hear quite often. And for especially a young chemist entering the cosmetic industry and the color cosmetic business, you may have heard these terms, but you're not 100% sure what exactly it means. We're also going to look at properties of pearlescent pigments, not being colors per se, but functioning within the color cosmetic product portfolio. And then we're going to look at some basics on incorporating pigments into color cosmetics. So first and foremost, let's start with color and how we perceive it. Since the earliest of times, men, or should I say women, have been using colors to enhance their appearance and change their appearance. This is a way to express themselves, and this brings us to color psychology, being the study of hues as a determinant of human behavior. So having said that, color influences the perceptions that are not obvious, such as the smell of a body wash or a lotion. Those are obvious ones. You can pick up a body lotion, you can smell what it smells like. But the moment you visually see a product, you already form in your mind an idea, once you've seen the color, of what you think that product is all about. It may be that you pick up a clear shampoo with a slight green tinge to it. That would communicate to you that that's a very clean, green, natural, good to use type of shampoo. You may pick up a bar of soap that's got a light pink color, and in your mind you already think you know what that's going to smell like, be it a rose fragrance or maybe a lovely sweet fruit or strawberry fragrance. Customers generally, or consumers generally, make an initial judgment on a product within 90 seconds of interaction with that product. And around about 62 to 90% of this judgment is based on color. Now, this is information coming from Mintel, but I think one can just deduce for yourself that color plays a huge part when it gets to selection of a product off shelf, whether it's the color of the product itself or even the packaging in which it is packed. So the next question is, so why do we use color? First and foremost, to improve aesthetics. So this adds aesthetics to, be it the person wearing it, the product in itself, or the way the product communicates itself. Next to that is product and fragrance identification. I just touched a bit on it now. So when you've got a whole range of products out there on shelf, by giving them different color shades will already communicate to your consumer which is the one they they would prefer, or they might prefer to buy for, be it their house guest, their husband, their children, etc. Another important aspect of color within personal care products, and this is not only color cosmetics, this is slightly broader, is judgment of quality. So you may be faced with a product on shelf that looks slightly faded, maybe with reference to what it used to be before. It might stand next to a fresher product of that. The moment the color has faded, your assumption is that the product is not good for use anymore. It may very well be that the producer of that rinse of product did not intend to add some UV filters to protect the dye, and for that reason it faded. The product is still good to use, but in your mind, the quality is just not good anymore. Color can also be influenced by a person. So dependent on your gender, your age, and your culture, that can impact on how you perceive a color that you are faced with. When it gets to naming colors of products, one should also become a bit more creative.